All right, welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. If it's your first time here, my name is Paul, and this channel talks all about crypto, all about cryptopreneurship. And today I'm going to show you the Bitcoin price. We're going to look at some technicals, tell you what I expect, what some strategies I'm looking at around these technicals, and also get into altcoins, which altcoins will perform very well in an alt season, but also which altcoins are going to perform regardless of an alt season. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. This video is non-edited. It's going to be one take, kind of like a live stream, but it's not a live stream. And if you are a subscriber, if you are a follower of the Crypto Factor, then you would know that this is supposed to be live. I mean, it's Sunday, 7 o'clock, EEST time. What's going on? Why aren't you live? Well, I'm currently at my beach house. I'm enjoying the weekend, and I didn't want to go live because I'm going to be staying over there. I have my Muay Thai coach coming with his family. We might do a little bit of extra stuff over there. We'll see. But generally speaking, I didn't want to go live, but at the same time, I didn't really want to leave you without a video. That's why I'm making this video, so that you're covered for this week, and we'll get that live stream going again next week. So if you appreciate that, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate you hitting this button, like, ow. Hit the like button. And yeah, let's just get started right here. And we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily. We're using the factor line over here. And as you can see, we're still gold, okay? We have the gold line over here. We have the confirmation of the gold line, and it's still gold. So nothing to worry about just yet. I know a lot of people have been getting edgy. This right here, if you see this range top over here, this called a snap and crack to the bottom side, to the downside. This was a very playable trade. Full transparency, I did not take this trade. I'm seeing it now. I wasn't trading at the time, but just to show you what a snap and crack is, when you break above resistance and you come back down below, then usually it continues to the downside. It's very easy to play. You just put your stop loss above here, and that's it. And of course, you could do the same thing to the downside. For example, right here, we snapped and cracked buy right here, and we did. We actually called this over here, and then we continued to the upside. Then the factor line turned yellow. Now you might say, Paul, the factor line turned yellow around 84,000. You called 75,000. Well, if you go to the 4 hour, first of all, you'll get a much earlier entry. You'll probably get around, what was it, 80,000 psychological right here. It turned gold. But yeah, we got this double bottom over here. We made the call. That's more technical analysis. That's when you start deep diving. That's what you can learn with my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. And I have all these trades documented in my group and videos and so on. So I'm not BSing here. This actually works, okay? I'm not the best trader out there, but you don't need to be the best trader out there. Each trader has their strong points and they have their minuses. My strong points are bottoms and top calls and long-term plays and narratives. Other people are better at day trading and so on. Anyway, regardless, I digress. Let's get back to the factor line here. So you're seeing the 4 hour, and you would see right here, it actually told you to get out at around, let's have a look. When did it turn red? Right, this one right here. So anywhere from 108 to 107, it actually signaled you to get out. Confirmation right here with this engulfing candle. And of course, we came down more to the downside. But this is the 4 hour. If you look at the overall picture over here, you can see that we're still gold. And what I'm expecting, and I'm going to make a video, I'm actually making some videos coming out in the following days after you watch this video. I think tomorrow I have a video coming out, one on Wednesday or Tuesday, Thursday, we'll see. But I actually go into this, what I'm going to talk to you about with more detail, but just to cover it here for you watching live, because it's important, I want you to have the advantage. I'm looking at this cup and handle formation over here. So this is what I'm potentially looking at. This is a cup and handle. And you might say, Paul, yeah, but this broke out. Yeah, but it's a fake out. It still counts, right? Now, how low will this go? This could be the handle right here. We could turn from here. We could go down to the 100 psychological or 99,500 which is the previous mid-range level over here. And we talked about this again. We talked about this in my course. If you have my course, then you probably know how to trade this. But yeah, this is a cup and handle formation, or potential cup and handle formation. Can we come down a little bit lower over here? Sure. To the bottom of the previous range? Sure. Or yeah, we can. Obviously. But this is what I'm looking and anticipating. And it's actually very bullish. It's very bullish and an easy play, because once you establish that handle level, in other words, it either comes back up here and breaks from this low, or maybe does it from here, breaks up from here, depending on how it comes down, that's when you're basically getting in with your stop loss a little bit further down. So very easy play on Bitcoin. It's bullish in my eyes. We're looking at a few levels. We're looking at 100K psychological. Obviously, psychological numbers are always a magnet. When your TA says something like 102,600 or 101,600, yes, I understand that, but always go to the nearest psychological number. That's a trick I use and something I use. And around that psychological number, I will look for a snap and crack or support. And that's some alpha for you. One of my trading tips, how I personally do it. Of course, there's more to it than that, but yeah, that's basically the drift. So let's get rid of these, let's get rid of all these real quick over here. And let's talk a little bit more about altcoins, but let's talk a little bit more about Bitcoin first, and then talk a little bit more about altcoins. And yeah, I know I'm doing this manually one by one. I can't think right now. Maybe I should have automatically. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just do this real quick, okay? Pretend we're live. Pretend we're live over here, because I'm treating this video like it's a live stream, right? And this is just my attention thing here. I just want to get rid of that dot. Okay, so we're back here again. Now, let's look further. First of all, let's go to the factor line and turn on some settings that we need here. Let's turn off the factor flow, just so we can have a better picture about trading, so we can do a little bit more deep diving over here. And yeah, I think that's okay. So look, I was saying we're going to come down to the top of the crypto factor line over here. That would be an entry. I put our stop loss under the previous candle. I got stopped out. And then I said, if that breaks, we're going to probably come and meet this line here. And if we zoom in, you'll see that that wick is right here on the second part of that cloud of the factor line. And we're seeing like a spinning, well, we're seeing basically a doji, or you could call it, it's not really a high volume candle because there's no high volume, but this can act like a doji, right? Even though it's a spinning top. So that's another confirmation or probability that this right here may hold and we can come up from here. But again, I have no problem with it coming down a bit lower. As a matter of fact, if you look at the trend stacker over here, it is in the red, so there is more potential downside. But of course, this was a bit harsher over here. So let me just go to the 4-hour real quick and let's just have a look. And I'm doing this live, by the way, so bear with me. So yeah, look. So this right now, if we come over here, this can accelerate, of course, but it's also a reversal. So let's see what happens. If you do get into this trade, your stop loss is right under 103, maybe 102, 400 or somewhere like that. But yeah, basically that's the play. But we just broke under the range here too, so this could also serve as a snap and crack. We have to see how this plays out. But generally speaking, this is what I'm looking at. And of course, on the weekly, let's just wait for this to load. Everything's bullish, as you can see. Weekly, we never turned red. We never turned red on the daily either, just on the 4-hour. This has more upside potential. So it's all good. By the way, if you're wondering about the factor line, if you're wondering about this line, you can't get it. You can't have it. No, seriously. It will eventually come out at $129 a month on TradingView. It has a lot of features, crazy features, but it's a bit expensive. And the only way to get it right now, which is actually better than waiting actually, is getting it with the early bird price with my course, Invest, Trade, and Think, like the Crypto Factor. The link is in the description down below. Maybe I'll leave it up here as well. And you can check it out, see if it's for you, but it is expensive. It's not for everybody. It's $1,297, but it comes with a lifetime factor line. So you'll have the factor line, you have the course, it's an extensive course. It's how to trade like I trade. That's swing trading and long-term investing. The factor line is actually built more for that. You could also certainly day trade with it. I've showed how to do it. I've showed it in the group, made some calls, but day trading is not the way I do it. I like making less calls and riding the waves more. And the factor line is designed for that and for crypto, if that makes sense. Anyway, regardless, let's check it out. I'll leave the link down below. It's $1,297. It's not for everybody. I understand if you can't afford it, but you're likely to make that money back in 1 or 2 trades, if not less. So check it out, see if it's for you. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to push products and videos. I just want to give value here. But let's go back to the factor line, or as a matter of fact, let's go to Crypto Bubbles over here and look at our altcoins. And I see a red. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So we're waiting for Bitcoin to reverse, and we're expecting some of these altcoins to reverse. And if we go to the monthly, you can actually get a picture of which altcoins are in strength. Virtual's very strong. Solana also strong. But Virtual, I've been talking about this so much, one of my biggest plays right now. And I do believe that Virtual is going to do well. It's an AI agent platform on Base, so you have the trend stacking element. And they did come out with a way to stop snipers and so on with Genesis. I actually made a video about this. And you need to get points in order to get into Genesis. And the more points you have, the more location you can get. And guess what? That actually stops snipers, and it actually stops pump and dumpers. So now Virtuals as a whole is actually doing pretty well. I think it's going to do a lot better. But here's the thing. You get points by holding Virtuals, trading on Virtual's platform, or by staking Vader. And that was a trigger when I saw that. Why would they be paying attention to Vader and not other coins in that chain? So I got into Vader. I have Virtuals as my blue chip, and I actually have Vader. Let's just come down over here to my other positions. And I have Vader as my high-risk play. Right now it's down 11%. It might be an opportunity here, but let's have a look, right? Now, while we're on this board, Cookie, I've been talking about it for years. Cookie is another AI agent play on Binance. And I said you should get into AI agent plays on different chains. So we got in with Virtuals on Base, Cookie on Binance, and maybe we can do AI16Z on Solana, if that makes sense. Hype also looking very strong. Look at this. And you can confirm this. You can go to the hourly as well. Well, no, the hourly is too short. But look at Hype over here. Very strong. And then you have some other AI plays. AI Tech, very strong contender, looking strong over here. And let's just go back to my other card. This is all mixed up, by the way, as you can see. There's a few more. Let's have a look. Where are we? Why can't AIOZ also strong, down on the monthly, but I do think this is strong and it is nice hold. But as you can see, other coins are performing better on the monthly, but that does not mean you don't get this. You just go by narrative, pal. So you go with these for discounts, you go for the other ones for strength. Deep, once Sui gets back on board, I'm a very, very firm believer on Sui. I think Deep and Walrus will do very well. Pixels for gaming, also Beam because it's also AI. And yeah, you could get a nice picture here, by the way. Virtuals, we're one of the first to call Virtuals, by the way, and the ecosystem. I mean, look at this. Look at this on the yearly. Amazing stuff. Look at Sui. Amazing stuff. We were very early on Sui. AIOZ is another one discounted right now. Fetch, a lot of people are losing faith in this, but I do think AI is going to do very well. Again, get also into gaming. When it comes to DPIN, you can do render. And when it comes to RWA, just go with Ondo. I'm not going to touch on more altcoins at this point. I do think these ones are going to do very well. Remember to do like a portfolio style. So you have your high risk mids and lows and make sure that you at least make money over here if these go wrong. And also make sure you have Bitcoin. The best thing to do is have the equivalent amount of Bitcoin as you do altcoins, so that even if this goes to shit, shit, Bitcoin with a 2x can give you your money back. And even if you miss, and this is the top of the bull market, which I don't think it is, or it hasn't been confirmed yet at the very least, then at least you'll make your money back in the next bull market. So you can use Bitcoin as sort of a guarantee, and you can also use it to buy the dips when altcoins go down, because Bitcoin typically goes down less than altcoins. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Make sure you check out the Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. See if it's for you. Just check out the website, read, see if it's for you. There's some free videos there. There's some free videos, some free alpha. Check the videos out, see if it's for you. If it's not, even if you don't think you're gonna buy it anyway, go check it out. There's free videos there. Check it out and just see how things work, if that makes sense. Don't have to buy it. I'm not forcing you to buy it. Just check it out. And make sure you check out this video right here next. You really don't want to miss this video. It gets more into altcoins, gets more into details. Make sure you watch this video, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.